The curious case of the Cleveland Browns. Guys, I have no earthly idea what the Cleveland Browns are doing. I don't know about this GM, Andrew Berry. I have no ill will towards the man, except that signing Deshaun Watson to that crazy contract and Deshaun Watson flaming out should have been fireable offense. I'm sorry. That that was terrible. Unless it wasn't all the way his idea. We'll get back to that. Because I have another very curious situation of drafting multiple mid-round quarterbacks at the same time. This is just me piecing stuff together. I got nothing else. So follow me here. Dillon Gabriel got drafted in the 4th round. Shedeur Sanders got drafted the next round. Now, that leads me to believe that you think you need a redundancy at your position through the draft. Instead of drafting someone who might fill in some other spots in your team, maybe someone who can make your team deep into the roster cuts, you draft a redundancy, a young quarterback that are that close to each other. I could think they're very stupid, but that would be stupid of me. I think the owner or someone high up in the food chain, higher than the GM, told them to draft Shedeur Sanders. Now, I don't think anyone told them to draft Dillon Gabriel as well. If you were going to draft a quarterback, and let's say you have no quarterback, the mid-round draft pick is more for, I already have a starter, and this guy can be a very good backup. I think of Seattle Seahawks Matt Flynn before Russell Wilson took over and they drafted him in the mid rounds. I'm thinking of Tony Romo and when they drafted Dak Prescott in the mid rounds. That's the type of situation I'm thinking about. The Cleveland Browns had Deshaun Watson in theory, but nobody talks about Deshaun Watson as in that situation I just discussed with the other two quarterbacks because he's been inconsistent and injured. So, in any other coach, and you're stuck with this inconsistent, injured quarterback at the most important position in the NFL that you guys tell me, that everyone tells me. But in the same breath, I see a whole side of people saying he treats Shedeur Sanders bad. And he treats Dillon Gabriel great. I didn't see that. I saw Dillon Gabriel also do the same thing Shedeur did under center, and he got no praise. He has he didn't get a game ball. He was playing exactly how you would think a mid-round quarterback would play, and so did Shedeur. And both of those guys, because they're supposed to be developing, they're not supposed to be out there playing every single week like they're supposed to be there. No. I got another very curious situation for the Browns, and it's their wide receiver situation. And I'm not counting the tight end. I think the tight end's good. So you draft for redundancy, and you don't get a wide receiver for any of your redundancies to do good with. You don't have an O-line. You get a old quarterback named Joe Flacco. My bad. Super Bowl champion Joe Flacco. And you think he has a chance behind that line with those receivers? When he went to a team with an actual living, breathing GOAT wide receiver, Joe Flacco was putting up numbers. He wasn't putting up numbers in Cleveland. Here's another very curious, just very curious things with the Browns. Who are they gonna get for their coach now? Now that they fired, let's face it, other than John Harbaugh, the best coaching candidate this cycle. So we're gonna look live footage. More certain to get over. So no concrete news on this. It's a pipeline. I have a feeling. And here's a theory about GMs in the NFL, and y'all can call this out of bounds if you want. I'm gonna go for it. GMs are more closer to the owner, and they're than giving the coach the proper team to succeed in most situations. That's why coaches like Bill Belichick want control over the GM situation, so there's no middleman for the owner to influence. And I think that's what happened in Cleveland. The curious case of the Cleveland Browns have been solved. Their owner, it's messing them up. Thank you, and I'm out.